After watching the tape from Week 1, Pete Carroll spoke with the media about what he liked from the Seahawks' first victory of the 2020 season, and hint, he liked a lot of it. What's up, Jackie Montgomery with your Seahawks Daily. Well, with a 38-25 win to open up the 2020 season, you better believe there is a lot to be excited about. This is also the first road win to open up a year since the 2013 season, which happened to be a good year for the Seattle Seahawks. Well, Pete Carroll spoke with the media on Monday and broke it all down as the team starts to switch their focus over to Week 2.
A really successful first week for us in terms of getting on the road for the first time. There's so much behind the scenes that you can't see in preparation and in managing the whole process. And we did a really good job with, and we made it through it and all that. We'll find out in a couple of days how we did. It was well done by the staff, and everybody had to organize. Players went along with it. The trip worked out great like we wanted it to. It's the first chance for some of our new guys to get on the road with us the way we like going. And the new experience of playing in the stadium with nobody there really wasn't a big issue. We can feel how important it is as a club to generate our own enthusiasm and energy and all that. So that's just going to be the way it is, as long as the settings are like this. But it worked out fine. Didn't affect the football at all, and so we're real pleased with the first game.
Russell Wilson completed 31 of his 35 passes, good for a completion rating of 88.6, which set a new career high for Wilson and a new franchise record.
Just showed his trust in his receivers, and trust in the work that had taken place over the summer. I thought that it kind of carried over. So he felt real comfortable with his guys he was playing with, and once the game got rolling, he felt comfortable with the guys up front taking care of the protection and all.
With 3 new faces on the offensive line, there is bound to be a learning curve. Russell Wilson was sacked 3 times and hit 7 times in the first half, but after settling in as the game went on, the line gave up 0 sacks and just 3 QB hits in the second half, an encouraging sign for Coach Carroll.
The first play of the game, we made a mistake and got sacked. Had nothing to do with the offensive line. And then Russ will let you know he held the football one time. He missed his read, and they got him. But getting hit and knocked around a little bit was way more than we wanted. But as the game went on, we definitely got more confident, and the timing seemed to work out better. So I'm hoping, let's put to rest, a flurry of 3 sacks in the first half, because that felt terrible. It's exactly how we didn't want it to go, and was really the only negative in it. And it was really just a stat, because we overcame the stuff that happened and made our first downs and all that for the most part. So, but it's just one game. You can't really tell. We got to come out here and play against another really difficult defense to play against, and see how we do against these guys.
The Seahawks ground game finished with only 84 yards on 20 carries. Carroll would like to see the running backs get more involved, but overall wasn't bothered by the run game with how efficient Wilson was through the air.
First time out, it went fine. With 7 and 6 carries wasn't enough, for our guys, and we need to get more. We were at 20. We want to get more than that in general. But when Russ is completing every pass, it didn't. We weren't discouraged about the movement of the football. So. But we love running the ball. We always have, and those guys will get more carries as we move down, down through the schedule.
Marquise Blair saw his first full game at nickel corner, and Pete Carroll is excited for the new role the second-year defensive back is taking on.
He played well. He had a real good feel for it, looked very comfortable, had his impact on the game, got a couple of chances to pressure. He was in man-to-man zone, did a little bit of everything. He did well, In that game against those receivers, we needed to be in nickel and all that. So that's, I'm really glad that he had the opportunity to get out and get a lot of chances. It's going to help us down the road.
By now, the team has had hundreds of Zoom meetings as they head into Week 2 of the regular season. While the coaches and players would love to have in-person interaction, there has been a surprising benefit to virtual meetings that they are seeing play out on the football field.
I think anytime the team becomes closer and they feel that they understand who the other guys are and they come to know each other better, you have a better chance to communicate more accurately and more consistently. And that's this game. There's so much that happens during the game. There's so much yapping and talking that needs to take place, to get through from one call to the next. And they come to the sidelines and they're feeding off the information they just gathered, and the coaches and all that. The closer you can be, the better you can communicate. So it does have a factor, and we played a pretty clean football game first time out, and I know a lot of you would have, you were wondering, and what it was going to be like, and could you go out there and not be sloppy and kind of lousy at your football? Shoot, I thought it looked like a really good demonstration of executing for a first game, maybe as good as we've seen, and so. I think all of that process, like I've been telling you, I hoped it would show up, and I think it did. I think we have come a long ways under these circumstances, and I'm pleased with where we are and hope we can keep growing from it.
Well, the players have Tuesday off, but will return to the practice field on Wednesday. Seattle and most of the West Coast is dealing with horrible air quality due to the fires nearby. Coach Carroll said the team will monitor the air quality and possibly move practice indoors if the smoke doesn't dissipate.